All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back on this lovely Thursday. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's all excited. Rainy here in New York. A couple of good stocks that are getting hammered right now. We're going to talk about the Nikola, and we're going to talk about this STSA that are getting hammered. Good to see you. Good morning to you, Phil, Lita. Good to see you all. Tim, everybody. So it looks like we got a nice little recovery in the market. Things came back a little bit in the market yesterday. So that's healthy to see that. You know, you want the market to back off. Things were up a lot. And I told you, I really wasn't completely sold on it yet. But let's see what happens today. Then if you're looking to swing trade, this is probably your opportunity to look to do your typical swing trades, those things that you kind of missed. But overall, it's, you know, as day trading goes, we're right in the thick of things. We're in the middle of September. Kids are back to school. Well, actually, they postponed my kids to go to school. They didn't order enough Chromebooks, they said, so they're going to start on Monday. But there are a couple of stocks that we're going to watch that are obviously getting affected to certain things that are going on. So let's start off talking about what happened yesterday, like we always do, and talk about some stocks that had some really nice recoveries. We had the ITCI stock that moved pretty well yesterday. And let me just fix this over here so you guys can see a little bit better. So we had a nice little move in this stock. Not the biggest winner, but she gapped up pretty high. She came back down. Not a really good trending stock, but, you know, she had some decent volatility. She was okay. The WKHS, though, has been a really good swing trade. It kind of sometimes a little difficult to day trade because it is kind of volatile. And, you know, but you could see that the stock obviously is breaking an all-time high there. The stock was $2. My God, look at this thing. It's already at $23. Huge winner right there. And this was only what? June, like 3 months ago. So Workhorse is working like a horse. Zoom had a little bit of a nice recovery yesterday after taking a big haircut. But Zoom is doing great. I mean, that was one of our most popular stocks that we traded and we were pushing. And listen, I'm not trying to say that, you know, I'm trying to jump on the bandwagon and say, hey, I call this and call that. I only like trading Zoom because I've been in the webinar technology for over 20 years. And when I first met Zoom, when it came to me about a year ago, we kind of converted everything. I said, you know what? Thank God we finally got something better than GoToWebinar. I mean, this thing's horrible. So that one actually worked out pretty well too. All right, a couple other stocks, obviously, they're moving pretty well. And what else we traded? Nikola. Let's talk about that Nikola trade. NKLA. So that stock is on the watch list. So it just got downgraded by a reputable company, you know, like a brokerage firm or something like that. So they basically hammered the stock right here. You could see Nikola taking a big hit from yesterday. Now, I lost money on Nikola yesterday. And I didn't lose a lot, but I lost enough that I had to dig myself out of a hole out of Nikola. And you know what? I sold it at 52, I think 51, 52. And I bought it right at, you know, pretty much right in pre-market, right over here when I thought it was going to break out. And good thing I got out of it, because if I didn't, look where it is today. I would have got hammered. You know, one of the big things that we teach at Cyber Trading University, and I keep repeating this all the time, you have to learn how to lose money, okay? Because once you stop losing money, that's when you start making money. You're going to lose in trading. It's part of the game. And, you know, if you don't follow the 30-second rule, the 3 strikes you're out rule, you just keep digging and digging and digging yourself in a hole. You got to know where your limits are. So, but I know some of you guys traded some pre-market. You did pretty well. So congratulations on that. That one worked out pretty well. Now, so that one's on a watch list. It's not a big day of stocks to watch. This stock obviously is making a little bit of a comeback right now. So you're starting to get a little bit of a bounce. I'm looking over here. What we got right here? All right, so right here you can see I'm going to bring up the level 4, and you could see that a lot of you guys jumped in just not too long ago. Listen, since we started this the meeting, it was hovering around 369. Started making a little bit of a pop right here. So, you know, stock, obviously, you can see it started building a big buyer right around here, around 380. I know some of you here in the Cyber Group room are already been trading it and been holding on to it. So you could have traded several thousand shares of the stock and done pretty well. So if you jumped in at 9 o'clock this morning, once we started, I mean, you probably chased it, but you're doing pretty damn well on that stock right now. So congratulations on that. It's a nice little pop right there. It always feels good to be in a stock, Listen, if you bought 5,000 shares of stock, you made 20 cents. You're up $1,000 in pre-market right now. So I'll take that any day of the week. So that one's doing really well. A couple other ones also. It's not, the list is not that big this morning. I'm just letting you know. But there are two really good ones. You got the short Nikola. You got this one on the bounce. Just be careful. These are pharmaceutical stocks. They do not come back. Okay. This is strictly a scalping trade. Okay. YTEN. This one was gapped up really big this morning. So I don't know what happened. She came back down. She's starting to go up, but she's got her shakes. This stock right here, to me, is a scalp. Okay. Now, some of you are like, what's scalping? Scalping is you buy in the bid, you sell in the offer. You just trade the spread. If you buy in the offer and sell in the bid, you lose the spread twice. You're talking about a 10 cents every time. If you could do that just once, you make 10 cents on 1,000 is $100. Do it 10 times over the course of the day. There's your $1,000. There's your $250,000. Very important you guys start focusing on buying limit orders. Don't always go out there and think you got to buy at market order, because that's how you get yourself in trouble. But this stock right here has been a pretty good scalping stock right now, because you can see it's really kind of building some nice supports and resistance levels. We had the work WORK. Yeah, that one also, I want to bring that up. That stock yesterday we traded had major support levels at 25. There was like a 100,000 share buyer on the bid. That stock was a great scalping stock. Stock came right back down. Forgot to mention that, but I know we were trading that. If you're in the cyber group room right now, you know that you did pretty well with that stock right there, WORK. What else we got here? We got RH. Restoration Hardware is just kicking ass. I mean, this thing is just unbelievable. This stock has been on a rally that I've never seen. It's an expensive store. I don't know if you've ever been there, the one in Manhattan, but beautiful store. Great furniture. One of the higher end stores to buy furniture next to Our House. That's it. Not my house. The name of the company is called Our House. But Restoration Hardware is doing just killing it, doing great. Listen, more people are starting to stay home. I've been watching on the financial stations. Listen, this is going to be the new norm. You know what? The people starting to like to stay at home. They want to get out of the city. They want space. They're starting to build up their home offices. They're saying, you know what? Why do I got to spend all this money traveling? I don't know if you guys, I know we have some people here that are in the metropolitan area, but like, what it is to take the Long Island Railroad here from New York, from Long Island to Manhattan? I mean, that's like a $350 ticket, right? Do that. You pay that. You got to work in the city and you got to pay city taxes. You're talking about, it's like $4,000, just $5,000, just right off the top of your salary, So but pays better, 50, 80,000, 5,000. And then you also lose about 2 to 3 hours of your life that you'll never get back on that train. Okay. So a lot of people start realizing working from home. So these companies are doing really well. So look at these companies that are benefiting from the coronavirus and also, building this stuff like home offices and stuff like that. People starting to realize it. So we got Nikola, and one last stock I want to throw on here is DARE. So that one just came up. Maybe not. I'm going to probably scratch this one. I saw this one. You guys were in the cyber group room. You called it out, but it looks like she crapped out all of a sudden. But yeah, it looks like she crapped out. But as of right now, I think this stock has obviously been the best mover right now. You could see that stock obviously had a really nice move. Nice little pop right there. There you go. Just zoom in there. You can see that right here at 845 was at 380. Nice little move up to 440. She's starting to build some support levels. I see 46,000 share buyers coming in at 420. I know if you guys see that in the cyber group room, there's about an 18,000 share seller right now at 440. So, and that's basically why the resistance levels was right there. But you guys are doing pretty well on this stock right now. Listen, we only need one, right? Nikola, just be very careful. Very hard stock to trade. You got to scalp it, and you got to get in, and you got to get out. Just be very careful of that stock. It's not easy. All right, anything I'm missing I did not call out? Okay, we got someone on YouTube wants me to talk about the CETX trade. Honestly, it's got good volume. It just had a little bit of a spike, but looks kind of garbagey to me. I don't really like. I don't think it really looks anything good. Got great volume. 18,000 share buyers, 20,000. Good spread. It's up a little bit. We'll see how it opens up. But as of right now, we're not really getting a clear direction on that one. All right. Anything else? Anything else I'm missing? Yeah, I know. Well, listen, we're not going to be trading Tesla, Sharon, TLSA. But yes, Tesla, Apple, they're all moving up pretty decently, making some nice recovery from getting crushed the past couple of days. You can see $500 down to about 350. That's a hell of a haircut right there. It's more like a crew cut, if you ask me, believe it or not. Even Apple, AAPL. I mean, if you guys missed some of these rallies, I mean, listen, these stocks took a major hit. And I really don't even know why, other than maybe some short covering going in there or whatever. But I mean, the news really hasn't changed, you know? All right, so we got our watch list. We got our stocks to trade. Congratulations on a bunch of you trading the TASA. We're doing pretty well on that one. Just remember, like I told you, these is pharmaceutical stocks. They don't come back, all right? So be focused on the scalp. But I can see this thing doing a big jump in the open and come crashing right down, all right? But we'll see how she opens up going into the close. Now, before we go, everybody, one last thing for everybody here on YouTube and Facebook Live. Please don't forget that today is at 12 o'clock. We're going to be having open house. So if you want to know how we're finding these stocks, if you want to know how I know these big orders are out there, you want to know if they're getting executed or not, you hear about these high frequency trades, the dark pools, these algorithms, please click on the bottom. We got the link there. Register, join us today, and we'll have some fun. We'll talk about it. And students, you're more than welcome. It's a great way to get away from the computer. Remember, you're not supposed to be trading all day. So definitely take that opportunity to come and join us. All right, guys. So good luck. We'll see you back at 12 o'clock. Happy trading, everybody.